Hello and welcome to the seventh installment of our conducting series. Today we'll be covering how to start off conducting, starting off a band, and then how to end it. Two major parts. So first, starting it off, you've heard Sam and I say, mark time, hut, and zick tick tick tick. So that's how you start it off. So stop time. Important to learn stop time for the beginning. Right? So at the very beginning, you say, mark, time, hut, and zick, tick, zick, tick, tick, tick. Pretty simple enough. You're just kind of counting it off, giving everybody like a solid space to start from, right? So mark, time, hut, and zick, tick, zick, tick, tick, tick. And then you start off your song. All right, so for whistle commands, it'll be tweet, 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 tweet. Pretty easy, pretty simple. So yeah, it's just really important to stay, when you start it off, it's just really important to stay within your time. The time that you started off in is the time that you want to stay in. So mark, time, hut, and zick, tick, tick, tick. All right. Another really important thing is to count it off in your head. First off, count it off with your mouth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's just a really good thing to get your mouth, your mind, your mouth, and your body, your hands, your arms, everything in a cohesive area, right? So with that, let's go to cutting off. So cutting off, most songs will end on beat 1, right? They end technically on beat 4, but the very last will be on 1, right? So with conducting, you want to start your cutoffs 2 beats before the end. So let's say the piece ends on 1. So it'll be 1, 2. You'll come up for 2. So 1, 2, and then you'll show your hands. You'll show the palm of your hands to let them know the end is coming up. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, so let's see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? And then there's a bit more to that. We'll get to that later. So you want to pretend like you're tying a big ol' knot, right? You want to get them out. You want to show people this is the end. So you'll go 1, 2, show them. Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So let's say the piece ends on 4. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say it ends on 3. Which is a weird thing for it to end on, but sometimes it'll be like that. So 1, 2, 3. So let's have a measure leading up to that. So when you practice these cutoffs, practice them with a metronome for sure, but also practice them a couple measures leading up to the end, so you can get that conducting down and then go into the cutoff. So let's show what that looks like. So I'll do 2 measures and then cut off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So just like that. So let's say it ended on 3, like I was saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right. So let's say it ended on 2. Which you'll need to do 4 on the previous measure. You need to start it off 4 on the previous measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just like that. And then ending on 1 is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So just tying off a big old bow up here and just showing, hey, this is the end. All right. One more thing I want to add to that, which just practice that. This is not as important, but it still holds a very good part of looking nice with the rest of the band. You know how you go 1, 2, or whatever you do, 1, 2. When you end, like let's say trumpets, you go 1. When you end, you coming off, and then you go put it back into ready, right? So with the drum major way of doing that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Boom, boom. You'll come back to, so you'll tie it off for 1, boom, you'll kind of touch your shoulders, do a little thing, and then come down back to attention, right? So 2, 3, 4, 1, boom, boom. It just looks really nice. It makes everything look good.
Star Spangled Banner. You know,
So,
the ending for that. Yeah.
With what Sam was saying was the Star Spangled Banner is definitely different, but we're not going to talk about the Star Spangled Banner right now, just because it's a whole lot. Which we'll talk one-on-one when a certain individual, when somebody is chosen for a drum major.